Hi Maggie, I am in the back end of your website. I've gone to posts and add new, and this is where I've landed. We're going to do a couple things right here, and then we're going to launch into looking at the default editor and into the Divi Builder. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is go to your Word document and grab the title, copy that. I'm going to paste that in here where it says add title. Ta-da! I'd like to do that at this in this view. I find it easier to just take care of it right off the top and be done. I want to make you aware of this button right here, the 2-column layout. If you decide to build something from scratch, you just need to be aware of the 2-column layout, that it will automatically put you in 2 columns, which could create a situation you're not comfortable with. So as a rule, when you're using the Divi Builder, I'm going to say turn off 2-column layout. First, let's launch over to the default editor so we can take a look at that. What this is WordPress's attempt to give you its current default editor. The classic paragraph block, which is the way that the new WordPress is working in blocks, it gives you the classic editor, which is going to give you all the tools that you're accustomed to. Working in blocks, if you're going to have one continuous stream of text with a couple of photos laid into it, could be the fastest, easiest way for you to knock out a post. So I don't want to tell you that you have to use the Divi Builder. The Divi Builder just gives you a lot more options, and we'll get into that. You have tabs here for block, which gets you into this view, and document, which is going to be important. The featured image is where you put the photo that is going to show up on the smorgasbord or news or whatever that group of posts page is, where you've got the views of the photo with a teaser that goes into the text of the full post. So you're going to want to do that. And the excerpt is where you would put a snippet of text if you don't like the way WordPress has truncated the text, again, for that category view page. Auto paging is the feature that we added that lets you break your post into smaller pages that they can click through and get a page 1, page 2, page 3. Here's where you can turn it on or off. Its default is on, so if you like on, then you don't have to do anything here. Zip that up and zip that up. Okay. Let's go ahead and move over to the Divi Builder. And we're going to create this in the Divi Builder. The first time that you launch the Divi Builder for a page or a post, you're going to get this set of choices. Using a pre-made layout is something at this point we're not going to deal with. You can clone an existing page. I've set up a template for you to do that with, or you can build from scratch. Let's first go to cloning the existing page. So what it's going to do is it's going to load up all your existing pages and posts and let you pick one that you want to clone. So let's look just at posts, since that's where we're in. And new post is the one that I've just set up for you. We're making a new post. And what this has done is applied this template to your post, 2 gorgeous gardens and 1 gorgeous ant. And I've set up a couple of blocks for you, one with a photo and one with text, just to get you started. Let's orient to the Divi Builder. The first thing we know is we're in what's called the Visual Builder, which means we're editing like we're in the back end, but we're getting to see the page as though we're in the front end. We know we're in the Visual Builder because up here in the black bar it says Exit Visual Builder. If you weren't in it, if you were in the front end of the site looking at the page, it would let you enter the Visual Builder. So that's just a toggle. When you mouse over your page, you see these tools popping up. I wanted to orient you to them a little bit. The blue one, and when I mouse over it, I get the highlight. This is a section of the site, and sections go the full available width, and inside the section is the green block, which is a row. So you want to think of this kind of like a table. It's a table row within the section. Rows, the one thing I want you to know about rows is this button right here, which is the column structure. When you click on that, you can choose if you want how many columns you want in this row of the section. I've chosen 2 right now. I've got one this wide for text and one this wide for a photo. Just for grins, I'm going to change to this layout. And you'll see that I got less room for text and more room for a picture, just like it indicated here. If I want to be extreme, I could go to this layout. And you see my text is getting very small and my photo very large. Or I could reverse gears entirely and make the text big and the photo large. So the only thing you're really going to use with this green row tool is this little tool right here that's going to let you alter the column structure. I'm going to go back to 50-50 for right now. Inside the green, you see this little gray box pop up. As always, when you want to edit something, you're going to click the gear icon, and this little thing will pop up. Now, personally, I find it annoying that it's covering what I'm working on. There's a toggle right here that lets you expand this modal to being full page. Or you can move it around a little bit. We're on the page. Okay, and you can make it taller if you want to see more tools at once. So lots of choices there. This is the image tool. I'm going to click on this fake placeholder image. And now I get to add images. So what I'm going to do is click on Upload Files. I could drag them in here. I'm going to select the file folder method because I have all your folders, your pictures here in a file. This is the one I resized in the earlier tutorial. I'm going to pick up all the Hartsville pictures. Boom and boom. I'm holding the Option key, by the way, to select multiples. I could hold the Shift key, but then I would get everything, and I want to not have this one upload and not have that one upload. So, selected the images I want. Looks like I threw one error, but let's see what that was. It's going to upload all of the pictures from Hartsville. Looks like you had uploaded a few already. So I'll go in and get rid of the duplicates here in a minute. I can see, for example, you had already uploaded this one, so I'm going to grab mine and just delete it permanently. Okay, and I see we have 2 of this one, so I'll grab the newest one and delete it. And we have 2 of this one. I'll grab the newer one and delete it. Don't quite know how I got that picture in there, but it's not even yours, so we'll certainly delete that. Got 2 of that one. Gonna delete. And we have 2 of this one. Looks like you had all of them already uploaded, which shouldn't have surprised me since you had been working on this a little bit yourself. Looks like I picked up just pink flowers. Okay, so moving back, I'm going to choose the first image. And for that, I need to go to your Cliff Notes here. You had another Word doc where you told me which picture to put first. And the first one you want to put in is the Raleigh Arboretum. And if I don't recognize the pictures, I can just click on one and it's going to give me the file name right here. So there's the Raleigh Arboretum. Now, because people with disabilities might be reading the site, and because there's search engine value, I'm going to pick up the words Raleigh Arboretum and use them in the alt text. The alt text is the thing that reads when you mouse over an image and the little box pops up. And I want people to be able to see some title that's meaningful about what that picture's about. because they're going to see it and it's a proper name, I'm going to go ahead and capitalize it. Here in the title, the words matter from a search engine perspective, but they're not going to be seen publicly, so I'm not going to take the time to capitalize them there. Okay, upload that image, boom. That's how hard it was to change the image out. I could change it again, just click a different image, click upload, boom, it's different. I'm going to go back to the first one, boom, it's all good. Okay, if I wanted that to link, for example, to the Raleigh Arboretum website, I could click the link tab right here and paste in the address to their website. If I'm going to another website, in other words, leaving your website to go somewhere else, I want that to open in a new tab so that when they're done with it and close the tab, your website's still there behind them. If you're doing it within your own site, linking in the same window is fine because they're just going to be still in your website. That's all you really need to know right now about changing images. So we're going to click the green check mark, which means save those changes. Now we've saved the changes here in our working space, but we haven't saved them to the website, to the public version of the website. So I'm going to click Save Draft because I'm not ready to publish. These buttons appear and disappear based on this magical purple button in the middle. Let's take a break and actually discuss these for a minute. We're looking at the desktop view right now. If you wanted to take a peek at how this is looking so far on a tablet, click that, or on a telephone. Go back to the desktop view. This lets you actually edit in the back end in the Divi Builder, which at this point I don't recommend. The time may come, but right now let's just stick with editing from the desktop view. Okay, I have some text to put in here. This one's a little hard because the gray box is showing up behind the green box, which is kind of annoying. One of the ways I get around that personally is to add a new one. So I'm going to add a new gray box. These are all different kinds of things that you can add. And in this case, I want to just add text. Now I have two text box. Exit that for a minute. Now I have two text box. You can see this one's going to be really easy to edit, and then we can come back and delete this one after we're in this one. So clicking in the gear again brings this up. I'm going to head back over to my cheat sheet and grab the text for that first paragraph. Boom. And I'm in the text view, not as friendly. Go to the visual view. Now it looks more like it does on the front end of the website. You can see it. When I changed this, it changed that. All the same tools are here if you wanted to make a link or indent it as a quote, make it bold, italic, change alignment, all the same tools that you've had in the past. For now, I'm just going to leave it text, click green check mark to save, and again, save the draft. Save, save, save. Now I can get rid of this extra paragraph up here. The only reason I did it this way is because it's kind of hard to find the gearbox when it's behind that. But finding the delete trash is really easy. Okay, now this text goes with this picture. At this point, I could add another text box or photo, another photo, and stay in this row, or I could create a new row. Advantages, disadvantages. It really has to do with how you like things to line up. If you want the next text to be aligned across the top with the next photo, the thing we're going to want to do is create a new row. We'll give it the same 50-50 layout. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to exit that for now. I have a new row with 50-50. And you can see then that whatever I put here and whatever I put here are going to align at the top at the same level. Another option is to just create a new text box, which I can do, by the way, by cloning this one. This is the clone tool. I'm cloning this one. And now if my picture, I'm going to change this picture for a point of example. Put in this picture. It's the same shape. Let's put in that picture. And now you can see that I can have green check mark. I can have multiple text paragraphs or sections along the same side and toggle these things back and forth. Today I'm going to choose to switch this back to the original image. And green check that. Again, I'm actually going to use the 2-row approach for this post, or at least for right now, part of this post. So I've duplicated these. I'm just going to drag them down. This is the drag tool. In this case, I'm going to put the text on this side and put the image on this side. So that's a simple drag and drop interface. You just grab the crosshair and you can move it wherever pleases. Okay, I'm actually going to go grab some new text. The next paragraph, and copy that and bring it over here. Grab the gearbox, select all, delete that, paste in the new, check that, and the photo here is Hartsville 1 and 4 somewhere near here. So let's go gearbox. Hartsville 1, 6, let's go here, Hartsville 1, and close that, and I'm going to clone it, grab the new one, put it over here just for sport, edit this, and we're looking for 4 somewhere near here. Might be that one. 2, 5, 6. Must be this one. Okay. The manicured gardens. I'm going to steal that caption and make it also the alt text. Which reminds me, I did not do it for that one, so I'm going to close that. Gearbox. You see, I kept 2 of those, so I'm going to delete the second one. This one, 4. Where are you? 4. And you'll see that I moved that up there. It's now going to apply every time I use that picture. This one I'm just going to call Hartsville. Need that be green. Okay, so now I have these 2 tall vertical pictures that we want to use. And this little bit of text, and I'm not sure that I like this layout. So I'm going to play with this green changing of the column structure. I'm going to say, well, what happens if I give it 3 equals instead of 2? I could move this one over here. And do I like this layout? I think I might kind of like this layout. Let's see what the next section looks like, and then I might come back and change it. We'll see. So I'm going to do, again, adding a new row. I'm going to start with it 50-50. You know, I've been cloning, but I think I'll do it this way just to show you, there's as many ways to do this as we want to do it. I'm going to add an image here, and if I just click the green check marks, it just puts in that dummy image. And over here, I'm going to choose text, and it puts in dummy text, and I can click that. Now I'm going to go replace it with what we really want. First, the text. Oh, I get what you're doing here. Okay. So we're going to put that in here. And because we have 2 photos again, I'm going to And in anticipation, go ahead and move to this 3-column layout and clone this picture and drag one of them over here, because click the gearbox. I can see over here in Word we're going to be using Hartsville 3 and Hartsville 6. So let's go grab Hartsville 3, I'm guessing is that one, yes. And again, we're just going to call this Hartsville. And over here, we're going to use Hartsville 6. There she blows. Upload that one. Green box. Haven't saved for a while, so let's do that. Okay, so far, I know I'm going to just take a look. Do I like this layout? I'm not quite sure if I do or not. So I'm going to go play with this column. What would happen if I made that center section a little skinnier relative to the photos? Or I'm not sure I like any of these layouts really any better than the one I'm using. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. Okay, we're going to need a new row. Boom. I'm going to start with a 3-column this time. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm instead going to clone this one, put it here, or I can do it this way. Select image, clone that, and drag it over there. Okay, back to our Word document. This time, it would appear I get 2 paragraphs with just 1 image. So I'm going to grab all of that. I'm going to take that out. Hartsville 2 is the picture we're going to need. Grab all of that, put it in here. Oops. Gearbox. Select all and paste. And there. I see on this one I'm only going to have 1 picture for that text, so I'm going to get rid of the second one. That's what I get for not looking ahead. And change this to the, for now, let's try the 50-50 layout. And go see what the picture is that we're going to grab. 5, 2, 4, there we go. We already used 4. I thought we already used 4, so I'm going to go back here, undo, because you said 2. That's why, which is, I'm guessing, 3, 2. There we go. Nice vertical picture. Again, I'm going to put in the alternate text, upload the image. Boom, there it is. Come back to this, click the green. Now I'm looking at this and deciding, I think I've given too much space to the image relative to the text. So let's make the images column a little bit smaller. Let's start with this size. Oop, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I want to make the text area smaller, which would be this way. I like that better. I'm not sure if I do or not. Let's try again. Let's try this one. Sorry to be indecisive. This is how I work. With this layout, even though my picture gets a little smaller, it leaves a little white space over here, the text has room to breathe, I think I like that better. So let's leave that alone. Back to the story. I have 1 paragraph left, and Hartsville 5 is the image that goes in it. Copying the text, coming over here. I'm going to do, again, another row. Start at 50-50. grab text, paste, select all, paste. And we need an image. There. And there's Hartsville 5. Give it alt text. Close that. Not thrilled with that layout. Let's do the reverse of the one we just did. Let's give it 3 columns. But let's put this one over here and this one over here. I think I like that layout. Let's save the draft. While that's saving, I can still scroll around and look at what I've done and decide if it's what I wanted to do, etc. ad nauseum. Let's look at this column structure. I'm almost happy with it. I think I want this picture to be bigger. And now I'm seeing that the picture isn't bigger, which is the problem. So let's go back to, let's try this layout. I think I like that. Okay, now I want to go back and just do a little bit more tweaking because, well, we can. The first thing I want to do is some of these pictures, I sort of want to dig in and get a better look at them. Right now, if I am in the front end of the website and I click on them, nothing's going to happen. And I think I want them to open up in little, what they call Ajax windows that pop over the top and let me take a closer look. So I'm going to go into the editor, to the link, and say, when they click on it, let's have it open in a lightbox. And let's do it to this one too. Link, open in lightbox, green check. Let's just do it to all of them, and then I'll show you what it does. Edit, link, lightbox, green check. Edit, link, lightbox, green check. Edit, come on you. Edit, link, lightbox, and check. And the last one, edit. We could have done this when we were putting them in, I just didn't think to. Okay, I'm going to save the draft. Now, even though we've been really previewing how this is going to look on the front end while we work, it's not exactly the same because you still have all these boxes that are quite distracting. I'm ready to actually exit the Visual Builder and see what this thing looks like. Now, I've been saving it as a draft. It's not published to the website yet. I can still exit the Visual Builder. And play the Jeopardy tune in my head while I wait for the slow speed of my internet service provider today. Now here's the website, the web page rather, the post as it would look on the front end of the website. So if you like everything, great. You see we do have pagination going on here. There's no page 2, which I don't like that showing up when there is no page 2. I also don't like this weird little artifact with the way that's lining up. I've got quite a bit of little weirdness here. So I'm going to go back into the Visual Builder, see if I can figure out why that's coming out. I think I know why. Okay. Boom, 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 ba-doom, boom, boom. Okay, I do know why. I'm going to go back to the edit the post, which means I'm going to edit it, but not in the Visual Builder. I'm going to get back to that screen where we started. Maybe. If it doesn't keep spinning. take a look at the site speed and find out if the problem is in this site or with my internet service provider, but I'm almost positive it's in my internet service provider. Okay, well, shoot. I think I'll go ahead and stop the video now, and I'll start up a part 2 once I get back where I want to get, because I'm not quite sure what's going on with my service provider. That's the end for now.